We'll continue to talk to Chelsea throughout our evening newscast, get the rest of her piece so you can see what that community is going through there.
Sure. So this is the first national tragedy of President Trump's second term, and he addressed the nation about it today.
WRAL's Ashley Rowe is here now in the studio to explain. Ashley?
Well, this was the first time since returning to power that President Trump stood in the White House briefing room to address the nation. The president opened his remarks with a moment of silence for the victims. He also said tragedies like this bring Americans together.
This was a dark and excruciating night in our nation's capital and in our nation's history, and a tragedy of terrible proportions. As one nation, we grieve for every precious soul that has been taken from us so suddenly, and we are a country of we are in mourning.
The president also pointed the finger at his old political rivals, suggesting, by the way, without evidence and with the investigation only just beginning, that diversity initiatives led to lax aviation standards, which contributed to the crash. He appeared to place blame for the midair collision on very late warnings from air traffic control and the soldiers flying the U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter. Former President Biden's transportation secretary, Pete Buttigieg, firing back on social media this afternoon, saying, quote, President Trump now oversees the military and the FAA. One of his first acts was to fire and suspend some of the key personnel who keep our skies safe. In the next half hour, guys, I'll have more on Trump's comments about DEI during that address and how the head of the Transportation Safety Board is responding.
Thanks, Ashley. A number of North Carolina representatives have expressed their sorrow for the collision, including this tweet from Governor Josh Stein saying, quote, Anna and I are praying for all involved, including the families of the Charlotte-based crew members.
And Representative Brad Knott saying, quote, please join me in praying for all the victims and their families who were involved in the tragic crash last night at Reagan National. Thank you to the many first responders for their continued efforts. My office is ready to assist as needed in any way.
Senator Tom Tillis weighing in saying, quote, Susan and I are praying for the victims and their families of this horrific tragedy. We're incredibly grateful for the brave first responders who have been working tirelessly to help.
We are going to stay on top of this developing story, of course, throughout the evening on TV and online. Download the WRAL News app to get push alerts straight to your phone. It is free to download.
And for more sound and raw video you may have missed, you can check out our YouTube page at WRAL-5.